Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're back here again in the arcade tonight. I already started a little bit of work, but I didn't want to start the video prior to it because I did a little upgrade on my Iron Maiden. We're going to check it out when we come back.
Yeah, tilting T, rocking the silver ball. Lights are electric, bouncing off the wall. Flipping to the beat, every bumper's a drum. Welcome to my channel, come join the fun.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. Been a little while, I know, been busy with work, had a lot of things going on, and been a little lazy too, to be honest about it. But when it comes to doing these upgrades on my pinball machines. But back out here again, working on Iron Maiden. I did go ahead and start an upgrade here earlier tonight. Started working on it a little bit, but I'll flip this camera in and show you what I put in here. So you can see we added the stern arc blades into the Iron Maiden that we've got here. So went ahead and did that. Got a couple other little things we're going to do this evening to finish upgrading it. I was going to videotape this part of it, but that was the first time I've ever done the wet method, and I didn't want to be worrying about filming and doing all that, and then also trying to put that in and something go wrong. I want to do it by myself. So, but we did get them in here. Now, one thing I did do on this one that I didn't do on the last ones that I did, the last one I did, I guess, on the Lethal Weapon a few years back now. But I actually got it up a little bit too close to the channel right here previously when I put one in. So this time I made sure to drop them down a good millimeter or two right through here. Some people might not like them that low, but I kind of liked it that low as well. Then plus it kind of lined up with the bottom of this bolt here as well. And I always like to keep the stickers, the center stickers, and stick those on. Do they always stay? No, but I always figure it's worth a try to get them lined back up to cover that bolt up, and we can always remove them again. But I think they came out pretty well. Look nice, good and straight, no air bubbles, so that's the good thing. So got a couple other things going to work on this evening, a couple of little quick things here. Got this from my buddy Kevin Coos. I gave this to him, we traded some stuff, and he had an extra one of these. So a new Anubis to go into place of the one that the flat plastic that's in there. So probably going to bring him and mount him in that position to bring to life a little bit more that's there. Some Pinball Monk. So we got some risers and things to put on to add that on. I'm going to add that on. Then my buddy Jesse Trueblood, he had an extra one of these, and he gave me this one here to add, this little eddy to add if I can get it to focus. So we're going to look around, and we're going to try to find a good spot to add him. I've kind of been eyeing one, but then I don't know if I can get him to fit in right there. But kind of looking at a couple of different spots, bring him around. So we're going to look at it a little bit. I think that he has his mounted actually right there, which isn't bad. But we'll look at it and try to figure out a spot to add those in. So I've got those couple of things. Hang on just a second. Jesse also gave me these ramp decals. Got some that are just for the beginning of the ramp, and some that wrap around the whole candy cane of the ramp that take off. I don't think I'm going to get to those tonight, because I know when he told me that they was a little bit difficult and kind of a bear. I had to come back and do some trimming and stuff like that. So I'm not going to get that deep into that tonight. Get a few things done. I'm probably going to come back to those, because I think it would look better if you're going to go with them to go with the full candy cane decal. So. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get you set up here, and I guess we're going to start with the Anubis and get him put in here and see how it looks. I'll be right back. So we're going to start with the Anubis. Looks like I got a couple of screws to remove here. Let's get those taken on this flat plastic. I wish this one Pinball Monk had a little bit more detail to it, but we're going to put it in here, and if I don't like it, I can always remove it. But let's start here, removing the two screws out of the plastic here. Those taken out. Making sure we don't drop those down into the back of the machine. Alright, so you see it's got a couple little spacers that are on the back of that are actually pushed through. So just kind of a way to look at the way that's put in there that keeps it off the backboard. Just those cool little spacers that push through, have the little pressure fittings on them. So pretty good right there. I'll put these over to the side. them in this box for just a moment here. And what we've got here in this kit is we got a couple of what you want to call them here, standoffs that come there that you'll be going screwing back into that. So from my understanding with this one, these are supposed to screw. No, not so much. Oh yeah, there they go. Just a little bit deeper than I was expecting it to be where the thread caught. So it's very back at the very back of those threads. So I got those. Let me grab my magnet real quick. All right, so this is pretty good design here. They're going to slot into your screws. You're going to slot into the back of the nubus that's right there, and then you got an Allen wrench that reaches through to screw those in. So let me think you can see those. So we'll see how well this works. Let me get, if I can get it lined up here. Do a test run, and I'll be right back with you because I don't want to make sure I drop this. So there they are. That's how they sit in there. I want to make sure I can see it over here. They sit back in there. They have the grooves. Now, just for prosperity's sake, I might hate myself for this in a minute, but we're going to find out. You put it just right to the edge of those, just to give me something a little extra there when I flip this over. It'll kind of hold those screws into that. I'm just going to kind of angle that up towards that. So maybe they won't fall at the bottom when I'm trying to get them put into the spot there. So just a little spot there. You can see it's very small. I got to get the Allen wrench in, small Allen wrench to go in there to screw them into those standoffs. So let's see how this works now, guys. See if I'm smart as I think I am, or if this is just all for nothing. Well, wish my eyes worked as good as they used to. Okay, got that one started. Here, grab hold of this one and see if I can get it started. Watch yourself going around there, son. No, didn't either. Okay, fell out of the bottom. Exactly what I was trying to keep from happening. Maybe I was trying to make it too complicated. How about a better idea? We screw these in and then drop that over the back. That's probably how it was designed for. And now I'm thinking it works a different way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. And then just drop it in over the slot. That probably makes more sense. And if I probably read directions, I probably would have said that. You probably thought about that. All right. Let's see, they have this dross over top like we were trying. Hey, look there. What do you know? It's almost like he thought about that in the design. Get that in there. All right. Get that one tightened down here. All right, and then we got that in there. Let me make sure it's lined up here before I tighten it down the rest of the way. And be right back. Okay, yeah, that's good and straight. Got her tightened down in there good now. It does bring a little depth to that wall. One thing I'm worried about is it makes everything else look flat with some depth, but I think it'll look nice sitting back there in the back of the game. The cover's back on that. So, get you to pull you out of the tripod here. Line y'all, everybody up so you can kind of see what that looks like from here. Nice and lined up, good detail. Bring some depth sitting there to the back of the playfield. Looks pretty good. Person, just wish it had more than one color that was there. So now the question is, where do we put this other little guy at, right? Where do we put this Eddie? Where does this Eddie sit? We put him up here close. Yeah, kind of got that there. In the back. Not ready to block it up there. Maybe over here, maybe too far back. Not really over the mummy, didn't care for that. Let's see. Yeah, don't care for that. Don't really know. I'll tell you what, let me set this playfield back in here real quick and we'll play around with it a little bit and look and see if we can find a spot that I think he looks pretty good at. Be right back with you. Tell you what too, well, I got it set back in here. First look at the art blaze now that they have been installed. Heck yeah. That looks good. I like those. Brings that art all the way up, extends it around. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. And the quality they make these things out of too. And I am glad I went a little bit lower, because like I said, I did get a little bit high on one previously and it kind of started tearing the laminate off the top of the corner in one spot. Probably actually can even see it on this one over here. I'll show you. Right there at the very top, you can see in that spot right there, and that's what it's from, is where it was just a little bit too close. You can even see when you get to looking at it where it rubbed across the top and started coming around. So started to tear it apart and bring it down. I did it there, and there's a spot right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Small spot. But tried to learn from my mistakes on that one. This one is the CE that came on from the factory, so we look at theirs too. Theirs had that same type of gap coming from Spooky, right? So just about the same gap as I had on that one. Haven't put it on last action yet, but there we go. There's a good look at it with the playfield lights and everything on. Do Anubis with the light over his head. Kind of gives that shadowy effect. I was looking at him here from where I'm standing. Kind of give it a little bit more of a shadow effect, but you can really see like it's shining down over top of him. We'll see if I like it. We'll look at it for a little while. Doesn't look bad. But a good look at those. So back to the question of, oops. Don't have balls in it. Just gonna keep looking for them. Let me drop the balls in real quick, so it won't keep doing that. Since my wife is sleeping. And she's probably not going to yell at me now because I made a lot of racket right then. So I think it's looking better. We've got the speaker lights put in there with the upgraded speakers with the diffusers that I printed up for it. Also have the Sphinx ones that I can change to as well. So got those going, got the art blades going, added in the Anubis. And so now, figure out what little homie's going to go. I don't think he's bad right there. But that's one of my favorite plastics. I love the look of the Ace Eddie there on that plastic. Been working in over here without him causing an issue. It's the spot I kept looking at. Kind of over here out of the way, not blocking anything. This is kind of if I can get it to kind of sit there a little bit. It might get a little spot there, but I think we can get it back in where it doesn't impede. And give it a shot right off that post. I can't even get it to stand up there. But if I can get it to stand there, because it kind of has the same purple that's on him. But I don't want it to impede that spinner or anything too, so it kind of blocks that spinner. So, that's my biggest problem. I've had him for a while and I've moved him around and thought here, there, the other. That's why I always end up coming back to possibly back in that left-hand corner that's there. I'll be bringing him up here underneath that protector. It's in the back. But the only thing about that now is it has both of those kind of stacked on top of each other, so I don't like that either. I'll tell you what, we're going to look around that a little bit and see if I can find out a spot. If I figure it out, I'll be back with you. If not, hey, I appreciate you watching, and keep on flipping. It's just one more look at everything here. We'll let you guys out here. Like I said, thanks for sticking around. I know I don't make as much content as I should. Been pretty busy. I'm going to try to start doing a little bit more, but starting to be busy season at work, start doing some more traveling, so maybe have some more arcade videos coming up, some random arcades throughout the United States that I might stop by and visit if they're around. So look here at the arcade. I guess I'm going to get this done, and then I think I'm going to play a little bit tonight and relax. So once again, thanks for watching. Keep on flipping. I decided just give him a test ride right there, and I think I figured out what it is that's bothering me. It's the whole big base right here. I think that's what's bothering me a little bit about it. It doesn't look bad. Just don't know that I like it a whole lot. It kind of looks out of place. So, I don't know. I think it would look better if I trimmed this stuff off the back of that, and used some two-sided tape and stuck it somewhere. It would tuck a lot less smaller footprint, and I think it would look like it went in there a little bit more. So, I think I want to hold off on that one for now, and kick it around a little bit, because the character looks nice, but the mount just... that ain't it, Bubba. I don't think that's it. I don't like the way that looks the more I look at it. So I'm not just going to stick it in there because I've got it. But we'll look at it. We'll see what it does. And we'll figure it out. Once again, thanks for watching. Keep on flipping. And maybe we'll figure something out with this guy to where we can use him somewhere. We'll figure it out. Have a good one. Keep on flipping.